A girl selling fish is on her delivery route when she sees a Maybach get into a crash. She runs over to look and finds the man inside, barely hanging on, so she quickly uses her little tricycle to take him to the hospital. But when the man wakes up, he remembers nothing. He doesn't know who he is or where he's from. With no other choice, he stays selling fish with the girl. Over time, they develop feelings for each other and get married. They even have twins, a boy and a girl. Time flies by. 6 years pass. The man still hasn't recalled his past. Life for the family of 4 isn't rich, but they are incredibly happy. The man works long hours selling fish at the market and comes home to his sweet kids and his kind wife waiting for him. He is perfectly content with this life until one day he heads out early for a delivery and gets hit by a Mercedes. The tricycle overturns, fish scatter everywhere, and his head hits the ground hard. The Mercedes driver rushes out to help him up, only to discover this man is the CEO they've searched for 6 years. The assistant immediately shows a photo of the man from before. In the photo, he's in a suit, sitting in an office, a world apart from his fish selling life now. Suddenly a sharp pain hits his head. 6 years of lost memories come flooding back. He remembers a board meeting where the group's value broke $100 billion. 4/5 of the province's industries had been acquired by his conglomerate. His group topped the province's rich list. He remembers now he is the CEO of a listed corporation. 6 years ago, on the day the company went public, he was driving home and swerved to avoid a child running into the road. That's how the crash happened, and he lost his memory. But strangely, while he regained his old memories, he completely forgot these past 6 years of selling fish and living a simple life. His only thought is to go home, completely forgetting he has a wife and children. Once in the Mercedes, he feels an emptiness in his heart, like he's lost something very important. The assistant asks if he misses his mother. The man thinks of how his mother waited 6 years and wants to get home even faster. Meanwhile, on the other side, the wife hears about the accident and is terribly worried. She immediately grabs the kids and rushes to the scene. On the way, she swerves to avoid a car and passes by the Mercedes, carrying her husband. When she finally arrives with the children, her husband is long gone. A passerby says the injured man might be at a hospital, but she checks every nearby hospital and finds no trace of him. It's as if he vanished into thin air. With no other options, she continues selling fish with the kids, hoping her husband will return. Then right at that moment, a gang of thugs shows up. They wreck her stall for no reason and claim her spot has been sold. They tell her to pack up and get out of the market. But this fish stall is her only way to support her children, plus she needs to wait here for her husband, so she refuses to leave. But she's just one woman with 2 kids, and no one takes her seriously. The children try to stand up for their mom, but they're too young, and it's no use. Just as she thinks she and the kids are about to be hurt, her long-lost sister suddenly arrives. But the sister isn't here to help. She's the one who paid $100,000 to lease this very stall. The sister is just a minor cleaning supervisor in the man's corporation. She thinks she's better than everyone and flaunts it everywhere because her husband is a low-level manager there. She feels she's moved up in society and looks down on her fish-selling sister, and especially on that husband with no past. She yells that if they dare fight her for the stall, she can make life impossible for them. The woman can't understand why her sister, who already has a good life, needs to bully people struggling to get by. The sister arrogantly says she wants the stall, so the woman has to leave now. The reason she's so cruel is that growing up her sister was better at everything. Marriage is like a new life, and now she can finally one-up her sister, so she won't back down, pretending to be kind. She even offers her sister a cleaning job at the CEO's company, but the woman doesn't want to go. She just wants to wait for her husband here. Her sister threatens her to think it over carefully. Left with no choice, she accepts the cleaning job. Her sister can't wait to have the woman on her turf so she can get her revenge, since she decides if the cleaning is acceptable. Even though the woman works perfectly, her sister finds fault on purpose. She says the toilet water must be drinkable to be considered clean. She forces the woman's head down to make her drink it. The woman struggles and accidentally splashes her sister's clothes. The sister sees this and flies into a rage, ready to teach her a lesson. The kids see their mom being bullied and rush over to protect her. Just as the sister is about to hurt all 3, she hears someone outside say, "The CEO missing for 6 years is back." She immediately panics and rushes off to greet him. Before leaving, she calls 2 cleaners to deal with the mother and kids in the bathroom. Hearing her children cry, the woman desperately wishes her husband would appear. Meanwhile, the man just returned to his company feels a sudden pang in his heart, like a strange connection. He thinks it's just adjusting to being back. The shareholder meeting is about to start, and his wife's sister is serving tea inside the meeting room. At the same time, the woman and kids don't give up. They slip past the cleaners and run straight into the shareholder meeting room. The sister sees them and turns pale, afraid the CEO will discover her misdeeds. She immediately calls for people to drag the 3 of them out. Just then the CEO turns around and looks towards the little boy. The boy instantly recognizes the powerful man before him is the father who's been missing for days. He tells his mom they're saved. The woman also spots her husband standing there. The boy tells his mom they're saved. The woman sees her husband right there